were you most interested in seeing, and what did you see?
I think all the draft picks basically.
Yep.
I thought Caleb Lomu was okay. I thought it was interesting, maybe not that surprising considering he played mostly left tackle in the joint practice, and then he played all right tackle tonight. Yeah. They could have done it vice versa. I think that's the plan, to get him trained at both spots. He has not had a good camp to this point. It's been, okay, sort of a typical rookie thing. Tonight, I thought he was okay. Had some tough reps. Gave up a couple pressures. Thought he should have been called for a holding penalty that didn't happen. He was just okay. Gabe Jacas.
How is Lomu? How is he losing in his reps? Is it technique? Is he being overpowered? Is it footwork? Like where are you?
It's a little bit of everything. I think it's mostly technique. He gets beat on the inside a lot, similar to Will Campbell last year. So that's a technique thing. But he's also getting physically overwhelmed a little bit at times. But that's typical. Like Will and Jared Wilson were not strong enough last year as rookies to hold up the whole year. They're much stronger now this year. And so you have to look at that sort of projection with Caleb Lomu, that you're hoping a year from now that he's ready to take a starting spot at least right tackle for Morgan Moses. We'll see. Rookies are always a work in progress. Gabe Jacas, I thought he was just okay. He did, I'm sure, and I already saw it on Twitter, people are saying he sort of forced the first interception that Anthony Richardson threw.
He was in the neighborhood.
Okay, he did have a good rush. Yeah, he pushed back a little bit. I would put more of that interception on Anthony Richardson being a terrible quarterback and being late with the ball. And then the receiver just dropped it. It went through his hands, and it was a pick. I mean, the ball was there. It should have been caught. It wasn't. He was completely lost on a couple of quarterback read options where he just got sucked in, a couple of very big runs by Anthony Richardson where he didn't have a clue what was going on. Okay, that can happen. Now you got to see, can he make the corrections? But his pass rushes, especially when he was going against Freeland, the left tackle, who was a pretty good prospect a couple years ago. He's a big kid, 6'7", pretty good player. He didn't really do much of anything against Freeland. The only thing he did was against the right tackle, who isn't as good. Now, in comparison, Braden Swinson, who ended up getting cut last year after being a draft pick, came back on the practice squad. He was much more impactful against Freeland than Gabe Jacas was. And so it would not surprise me if Braden Swinson, as a result of this, now goes ahead of Gabe Jacas on the depth chart and gets more of the backup reps, and Jacas goes back to third team. That's something that we need to watch for this week in practice. The other guys, J.M. Miller, I thought was the best of the running backs.
Yep.
Bummer that Terrell Jennings went down. Thought he was clearly the best third running back on the team. Now it's between J.M. Miller, Lan Larison, who didn't really do much of anything tonight, didn't pop at all. I think he had 7 rushes for 1 yard. Of course, that's not all his fault.
Had a bunch of catches.
Yeah, a little bit, but nothing that you're like, ooh, they can use that. Not really much there. Karan Prunty, I thought, played well. Didn't really get a look of Demetrius Crownover later in the game. I wasn't watching much of that. I was writing. But those are the guys that I was really watching.
It's a scorching sports summer, and you can make all your picks on Prize Picks. The WNBA and baseball are heating up, and with big tennis slams and major golf tournaments on the horizon, there's no better place for all your summer sports picks than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app. The thing I love about Prize Picks is how easy it is to follow sports and develop a rooting interest, and it works everywhere in America. I'm not a huge sports fan of some of the other sports, but with Prize Picks, I'm making picks on the WNBA, soccer, and even baseball, and Prize Picks makes it super easy. All I need to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats. Then I submit a lineup, and I can follow along with the progress right in the app. Love how it's built in. You know exactly what the score is, how your player's doing. I love that. And with their new blended lineups, I can add a winner, spread, or total pick on top of my player picks for even bigger payouts. It makes watching the games even more exciting when every goal and every pass could win me money. Prize Picks is available in all 50 states, including all of New England. The biggest stars in women's basketball are in the heart of their season, and there's no better place to run your game on the W than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app. We've got MVPs raising their games to new heights and a rookie class ready to take over, all while teams are fighting for playoff positioning. Make a lineup with player stats, pick game winners, spreads, or totals, and combine your picks in the same lineup, all on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $150 instantly in lineups if you win your first $5. Again, that's code CLNS to get $150 instantly in lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app.
Make sure to subscribe to our new channel, Patriots Newsfeed on CLNS, giving you clips, behind-the-scenes footage, and much more. And as always, keep it here, our Patriots on CLNS for our full podcast videos.